So have you ever wanted to find ways to like build your confidence, or just to find life in everyday living? Today I will be showing you 7 ways to build your confidence. Coming right up. What is good, JTK family? A long time no see. I know you guys are asking me like, where have you been? It's okay, I'm back now. So today I'll be giving you 7 ways to build your confidence. And when you think about confidence and you think about people, you can see that a lot of people lack it. And today I just want to give you guys some tips, some type of, some answers. I know we always search and sometimes we never get an answer. And today I will be giving you guys those answers today. The first thing I want to start with by saying is the first way to build your confidence is you can just be honest with your struggles. Well, surrounding yourself with good, healthy, and with families and friends, good, healthy family and friends. Just surround yourself with good, healthy people to surround you. That's not going to put you down. Because once you get around people who lift themselves up more, I don't know, I've been around that before, and I know what it feels like. When you're around people who just lift themselves up, they have a way to putting you down without even knowing it. So I would just say just find a group of people who's going to support you, who's going to love you and everything. So I would say that. Another way is just, you cannot isolate yourself. Don't isolate yourself from the world. Don't isolate yourself from people or, just your activities. Don't do it, because you're not going to find, at the end of the day, you're just not going to find joy out of doing that. Also, you have to know that you are loved. Just know that there are people who is out there that's loving you. From my experience, I kind of shut those people out, but that's because I was isolating myself from the world, and you should not do that. And that's just I know that might sound kind of hard to do, not to isolate yourself, because the first thing we do is you run to our rooms and we sit in the dark. Well, I'm here to tell you today, you cannot isolate yourself. You have to push through that. You have to allow your mind to want people around, to not isolate yourself. And you just got to know that you are loved, because the people you're surrounded by does love you. So always keep that in mind. And just know that honestly, just know that God cares for you, because I don't know if you're not spiritual. If you are spiritual, having some type of belief, that's great. But God, when you give it to Him, honestly, when you give it to God, He just takes it away, honestly. And God, honestly, I feel like God helps people connect with themselves, and he also keeps them to realize that their problems that they're having, that they're struggling with, and their problems have something to do with the way that they feel about themselves, and God can resolve that, because God always allows you to be honest with yourself. And He just God knows our struggles, and He helps us through our struggles. Number 2, I would probably say it would be just take small steps forward. You have to, so what I'm trying to say is, when you're sad, don't just go sit in the bed in a dark room. Don't do that. You have to take those small steps into talking to people. Don't let your emotions control, or don't let your emotions determine what your day is going to look like. Because once you do that, it's okay, you're upset in the morning, and then here it is 2 o'clock, you're still upset. Do not drive off that sadness. Be motivated. Find motivational speakers on YouTube. Just connect with people. You cannot like I said, you cannot isolate yourself. But I'm saying, like, you just cannot be sad, and you cannot be alone. Being alone is probably one of the most awful things you can do when you're trying to build your self-confidence, and just anything. It could be anything. Also, just go outside, take a walk, or, you know, listen to your favorite songs, or just call somebody, vent to somebody, let them know how you're feeling. Just whatever you do, you just have to take small steps forward. The third thing is, I would say, is you have to have a balanced view of yourself. And by that I mean, you have to look at your strengths. You have to look at your strengths and be like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is what I can do. Build off your strengths. Use the strengths that God gave you. Love on other people. Care for other people. Maybe one of your strengths is having fun. Use that strength to, if you know that you're fun, don't just set it down to the side. Use it. You're gonna use your love. You're gonna use your caring abilities. You're gonna love your fun abilities. Use your strengths. And another way is that you have to acknowledge your weaknesses as well. As you know, you have your strengths, and then you have your weaknesses. You have to acknowledge what you're weak at. If you are weak in a certain area, you have to be okay with it, and you have to be able to accept it, because if you don't accept it, you won't build in it. And the best way to is really not to just push your weakness to the side. That's the best way to do it, especially if you pretend that you don't have a weakness, you will always end up disappointing yourself. And that's something that you do not want. Absolutely, you do not want. You want to make sure your strengths are there. Make sure you acknowledge your weaknesses, and don't pretend like you don't have a weakness, because we're only human. So number 4 is know that it's okay to fail. We live in a life where it gets overwhelming. We're not perfect people. We're gonna mess up here and there. We're gonna make an accident somewhere in life. We're gonna make a little tiny bump in the road. We're gonna mess up. Like I said, we're not human. We are human, and we're not supernatural. So just know that you're gonna fail in life. And when you fail, don't let your unaccomplishments, your fails, determine what you want your future to look like. When you're building your confidence, what's a part of confidence is failure. So that means that you have to push on. You got to keep going. You got to be able to. You have to be able to push through your failures, because if you don't, you're gonna always look at your failures like, dang, I failed, and you're never going to get past it. So the best thing to do is to know that we are gonna fall. We're all gonna fail, and there's gonna be days where you feel defeated, and like I said, you're gonna just there's gonna be a mistake that you made, and you're gonna be confused, and you're gonna be like, okay, I don't know what to do, and it's really gonna affect you. It really will, because like when you fail, for some reason, it leaves a mark on you, and it's like, so what do I have to do next? Sometimes some of us, we never get past our failures. We just get stuck there. We just think that we're supposed to be perfect, and we're not. So the best thing to know is that it's okay to fail. It's okay to fail. We have to realize that we're not robots. And if you think about it, even robots have a malfunction. So go out. I'm a Christian, so one of these days I'll be making a video where I'll be going out in my community to see if I can find new believers. That's what I want to do. Like, honestly, that's what I want to do. And if anybody want to join me, I'll be happy for you to join me. But when I'm doing that, it's something about being with the community. It just, something about it is like, okay, this is our community. I want to help them in a way. You're helping them in a way. You're getting yourself out there. And of course, we're all going to be shy. We're all going to be nervous. Yeah, but that's just a stepping stone to building your confidence. Because like, it's scientifically proven that helping others builds a person's self-esteem. And it's like, it's just something about that connection with other individuals that sparks something on the inside of us. It's like, okay, it's like we acknowledge the fact that we're helping someone else, even though we have our own problems, even though we don't know what life is right now, even though we continue to live every day. It's just something about giving back to your community that is just so good. You know, you can do some community service. You can teach people a skill. You can tutor someone at your school, or in the summertime, you can have a tutoring group or something like that. Do something to be connected with the community, because at the end of the day, you know, like I said, the point of building your confidence is not, you can't do it alone. You cannot do it alone. The best way to do it is probably to be with community. Just do something for the community where you just love on the community and the community will love on you back. The sixth thing is get your creative side active. Like, get it activated. If you're good at it, if you have a talent, use it. Don't abuse it. Don't let it sit to the side. Don't let your emotions cut out the best part of you. Everybody has a creative side, no matter what it is. If it's, you know, if it's cooking, if it's gardening, if it's drawing, if it's dancing, if it's singing, if it's writing, don't cut that part of yourself out, because that's the part that's gonna be there and help you the most. You know, do something that connects with your creative side. Don't just let it, like, if you have emotions, write about it. You have emotions, think about it. If you have emotion, if you're emotional, dance it out. Sure, you can even cook, like you can literally cook your emotions into your food. Like, I know that might sound crazy, but you really can. And it's like you have to connect with your inner creator. You have to know that spark, that creativity is inside of you. You have to know that and believe that it's there, and just continue to be creative, and just don't let your creative side go, because your creative side is another key of building your confidence. The seventh thing I want to say is spend some time in silence. Yeah, I know you guys are saying, like, but you told us not to be alone. There's a difference. You can be in silence with other people. You can have a quiet time at home. You could be in the living room, like your family could be all in the living room. You could be right there in the living room. It could be quiet. You could just put some headphones in, you get your little journal out, and you just write in it. And you just have some, like, and honestly, I would say when you're doing this, try to find a way to connect with God, because God brings joy. Like we can be happy, but happiness is not secure. Joy is, and it's God who brings us joy. And I would say when you're sitting there, being there like by yourself or with your family, just make sure you're in a quiet space to just do whatever you need to do to connect with yourself. Get to know who you are as a person. Get to know, like when you're talking about your strengths and your weaknesses, you need that time to think about those things. You have to know, like if you don't know what your weaknesses and your strengths are, I encourage you to take some personal time to sit and journal. journal and just spend some time with yourself. Get to know, like, we know so much about so many other people that's around us, but we don't know about ourselves. And that's just, and knowing who we are is a key, another big key to to build our self-confidence. We have to know exactly who we are. You have to take steps to strengthen our identity. You have to write down the pros and cons. You have to write down the pros and cons to make a way for ourselves, you know. Spend some time in silence, not alone, spend some time in silence. And honestly, I would say, be the best version of yourself every day. Every day you wake up, be the best version you can be. Be better than yesterday. Be better than the day before that. And when you when you see that you're spending time in silence, once you see that you are doing everything you can to make sure you connect with your inner self, then that's when you found your confidence. Because the confidence starts to build, and it starts to show, and people can see it, and other people are going to want your confidence. But because you have followed these steps, you will be able to tell them that these are the steps that you have to do to build your self-confidence. So guys, I just want to thank you for watching my video. Like, listen, today is Mother's Day, and honestly, if you would just like this video for all the mothers out there, all the really good mothers who do everything for their children. Also, like this video just for having confidence in yourself. If you're a person who lacks confidence, I would really follow these tips in this video because they are very helpful. They've been very helpful to me in my process of building up my confidence, and I just started to really build up my confidence. So I would really encourage you to follow these steps on this video because they're really helpful. Just make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And please don't, if you want to see more content, just make sure you hit that little bell up there. Is it on the left or is it on the right? I don't know. Just make sure you hit that little notification bell to see more content from me. And if you have anything that you want me to talk about, I will be happy to talk about it. I just need you guys to comment below. And just make sure you, honestly, I do want to hear what you guys have to say about, I want to hear you guys' feedback. So make sure you guys comment below on what you guys think about finding a way to build your self-confidence. I would really love to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you guys again for watching my video. I am so happy to be able to serve you guys in such a way where I can help my community build their confidence. You guys are awesome. You guys are great. You're kind, you're beautiful, and make sure you always stay happy. And I'll be back in next video. Peace.